Live in Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm here with a very special guest,
For sure.
DJ Fizzum
Just
Fade,
hey, what's happening?
the official tour DJ, official DJ for Rod Wave. How you doing today, man?
Doing good. What's up with you?
Living life to the fullest, man. Taking it one day at a time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same over here.
You're the official tour DJ for Rod Wave. What has that experience like been for you?
It feels great. You just like with stuff you see, you meet new people, you meet celebrities. Can't get no bigger than that. It feels great every moment of it, and I just embrace every second, every minute of it.
Prior to being selected as Rod Wave's touring DJ, what was your career like prior to that time? And what were some of the factors?
Actually, Rod Wave is my cousin, my blood cousin. We are like a month apart, so that's how we came along together. But beforehand, before I committed to music and DJing, I was in school and I had jobs. It didn't go as planned. Went to school for a program. It didn't work out for me. So I had to sit back and like plan how this gonna go because I kept getting fired. And then he was just telling me, he was like, "Hey man, cuz come on, bro. Like, what is you doing, bro?" I'm like, "I'm trying to make it." He's like, "Bro, come on with us, bro. Like, come on roll with us." And at the time I was like nervous. Like, I didn't know, like, is this gonna fail? Am I gonna succeed? Like, it was just like an up and down situation. So I got to the point in my life because it was like I was doing stuff people wanted me to do, and it wasn't making me happy at the end of the day. So I was like, all right, man, forget it. I'm doing whatever I want to do because I ain't gonna lie to you. One time I looked at my bank account and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, let me see, what should I do? I'm finna go on this road and pursue my dream of music because since birth, I always been connected to music. Music been in my life from birth to now. So that's why I'm in a position. I took a lot of sacrifices and everything to get to the point where I'm at. So I just try to teach people like my experiences and show people that what I had to go through to get to where I'm at right now.
Mentioned you had a lot of sacrifices. You mentioned that music has always been something that you've always enjoyed. Now, what is something that you enjoy about music? And despite all the outcomes and adversities, what were some of the ways that you overcame those obstacles?
I just like was determined. Like I just was like, all right, music. Reason why music was part of my life because I like the creativity. I like the talent, like people singing, the rapping, and etc. So it's just like I can say how I faced that was just not listening to people, just going full force at it. Like I don't care what you guys saying. I'm doing this and you not changing my mind about it. Cause this is what I love to do. This is what I love to be around. Like, cause I didn't, like I said earlier, I had jobs in them. It did not go as planned. So I was just like, I'm going to do what I want to do because it's going to make me happy at the end of the day. It's not going to make y'all happy, but it's going to make me happy at the end of the day. So I just was like, cause I'm a determined person. I like to prove people wrong. So if you said, "Oh, I can't do this," okay, I'm gonna do it better than you 2 times or something like that. So that's how I faced diversity.
What were some of the jobs back then that you had?
Oh man, um, I had my first ever job. It was it was a high school job. My 11th grade year going into my 12th grade year, I worked at Krispy Kreme donuts. I got the job from my sister because she previously worked there in high school. Worked there for about 2.5 years. Then I graduated. Then I had went to technical school, Pinellas Technical. Oh, you know that other stuff. And it was in St. Pete, and I went there for this program called Public Works. And you're in there for 4 months. You're getting certifications and so to work for the city, any city like St. Pete, Clearwater, Tampa, all the surrounding area. I did that, and after the program, I got hired to the city of Clearwater. So I did that for 5.5 months, and that wasn't going as planned, like I was planning on, because it's like I had I faced diversity in there because I had a so-called manager, but she was only 2 positions ahead of me. He can't do this, I can't do that. He didn't have this, he didn't have that. So how finding stuff out? Because we had like evaluation from 1, 3, and 6 months. So I'm like, why am I not knowing all this? Why I gotta know right here when this matter? 5 months later, kickball game. I'm like, oh yeah, I participate. So I tried to step in front of the ball, and my ankle went like that. Then I messed it up. My ankle, I sprained it. So they took me to the hospital, and then 2 days later they fired me. I'm like, whoa, hold up, what's going on? Then they talking about we're gonna release you, yada yada yada. And before that even happened, I already knew it was gonna happen because my neighbor knew my so-called manager, and she was talking about me to him like he's not gonna reply back to me. So he was like, "Man, they gonna fire you." Da 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 da. I'm like, "Come on, bro, really, bro?" Then they fired me. Then I can say my next job after that was a cable job, Spectrum. I was a little cable dude. That lasted about a month till the same thing happened, called me in the office, fired me. So I'm back at square one again. So I worked at Publix also for about another 5 months. Then it was like Publix wasn't doing it. Like I said, I had a place at the time, give me $200 a week, $100 a week. I'm like, I can't do this. So I went to another program. It's called Year Up Tampa Bay. I did that for about another 6 months. And what it is Year Up is 6 and 6. So 6 months you in the internship, 6 months you in the classroom. So don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the classroom part. I passed and all the other stuff. But when it came out to the internship, I'm like, nah, this ain't it. Nah. Because it's like I went from information technology because I know a lot of technology. Anybody who knows me personally know I know a lot of technology because I grew up with it. I went for that. Then at that time while I was in that program, this one, he was steady blowing up. So I used to go around, he used to call me like, "Hey, cuz, you coming to the show?" I'm like, yeah, for sure. He's like, "All right, bet I have my Uncle Derek come pick me up from my house." So I used to be going every like weekend. So as he growing and evolving, I'm studying the program. He was telling me in the program, he's like, "Hey, cuz, come on the road with me, man. Come on, bro. Bro, you can see the world." Da, da, da. I'm like, hold on. Just let me finish this right quick. So when the internship came, I started to go with it. I'm like, man, I can't see myself getting up and doing this. Cause I used to ask everybody that, I'm like, "Bro, you like this? It pays the bills." Okay. So I got to the point, like I said, I looked at my account. It wasn't looking too hot. I still got this screenshot because I used it as motivation. So I was like, man, this ain't it, bro. And then I had told my my internship people, I told them like, "Hey, this ain't it. I'm going to withdraw after the day." Then they were like, "Oh no, don't do it, please, it's gonna be okay." Okay, they saying it's gonna be okay, but like I said, I had bills at the end of the month, and they only paying you $300 to go to Tampa and St. Pete every single day. That's 30 minutes a day. You gotta get $300, then you gotta pay that in gas, then you got your other bills, then you gotta go to your other job. So it was just too overwhelming. And remember one time he was coming from out of town, and he was like, "Let's go to Vegas." I'm like, "Vegas?" I'm like, he's like, yeah, I ain't never been. I'm like, "I ain't never been either." Me and my uncle, his dad, was gonna fly the next day. So I'm thinking to myself, like, let me see. Should I go one more day? Or should I just say fuck it, I'm gone? Then it's like everybody calling me, "Oh man, no, you're making a mistake." So just before I'm about to get on the plane, they call me, "Could you come in the office? You gotta make it quick because I gotta go." So they talk to me, how when you're younger, the older generation try to talk to you tough. I'm like, I'm used to that. They was saying, "Come on, man, you're making a mistake. You don't want to do this, bro." I'm like, I know what I want to do. It's not this. They're like, "So what's your decision?" "I'm gonna move forward." You're like, okay. They was biased about it. I'm not gonna lie. all of them, most of them was biased about my decision on quitting this and going on the road after my dream. I could say it was like two people in that group, in that like program that respected my decision. But you know, me, I like to show love back to people who showed me love. So I can say that January I went back because they had a little graduation. I went back, said hello to my old friends and staff members and all that other stuff. It was all smiles like I'm proud of you, da 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 da. I know this wasn't for you. I'm glad you went after your dreams, et cetera, et cetera. So after that, I went full on and that's why I'm here.
Oh, that's an interesting story, man. That's interesting. But yeah, technology, man. You knew a lot about technology. You must have been into, iPhones and video games and things like that. Was there anything that you could say that stood out to you most about technology, or what was your fascination with it?
I could say it make life easier because it's like I get so mad every time like people say, "Oh, I can't download this, I can't download that." We got the same phone. How you can't download it? It's easy. It's one tool. Like I say, it makes life easier. Than I like. How can I say this? Yeah, it's like I like how fast it works because it's like okay, imagine if we didn't have a calculator, how hard a math problem would be. Or if we didn't have, I say, like YouTube. Because I remember before YouTube, we used to have to go on Yahoo Music to watch music videos, listen to music. It makes it easier. So, like, I'm the type of person, like, okay, even if I want to send money to somebody, you got to go to Western Union, MoneyGram, all that other stuff. You don't have to get out of your bed. You don't have to move. All you got to do is hit a couple buttons, bam, a couple dollars in your account. So that's why I like technology because it made life easier. That's what fascinates me about technology. And everybody I know technology. Even if somebody has a technology problem, they calling me, how you do that? So you can say I'm everything. Tech man, music, all type of stuff.
As being a tour DJ, what are some of the challenges that you have? Are there any dislikes? And, what are some of the things that go on behind the scenes that we should know about?
Okay, I can say before he even gets on the stage, my job is to make sure everything is perfect. Like I got him like on tour, I had to make sure, all right, you ready? The tour band, they have mics in their ears and earpieces so they can hear him better than I can hear him. Cause I gotta strain my ear to hear him because the crowd's so loud. I used to tell them like if my sound too low, I used to be like, hey, yo, tell them bring my sound up. It's too low. Or I had to be like, sound man. And before he even gets on the stage, I gotta check his mic, check. Make sure ain't no flaws or no cutouts, no nothing in his mic. Check my mic. Then I had to make sure the band, y'all ready? We gonna do this. We gonna do this list. No, we gonna do that list. So I'm basically like the constructor. I said, oh, we gonna do this. You come in after I cut this off. After I fade it out, you come in with the drums, you come in with the keys, et cetera, et cetera. So it was just like it wasn't nothing I disliked because this is what I love to do. So I can't see myself doing nothing else.
Now, besides being a DJ, you're also a music producer as well. You
Sure.
also produced a track called Moving On, which is also featured on Broadway's album.
One of my buddies, Trey, Trey made this. We actually went to school with each other. So when I found out he did Cuban Link, then my uncle was like, hey, I got this young dude, man, Trey, bro, he humble. I'm like, Trey, I know a lot of Treys. Which Trey you talking about? Then he showed me a picture. I'm like, oh, snap. Bro, I ain't seen my dog in a minute. So I can say we had a show in Tampa. He came to it, and as soon as we just started talking back again. I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? Da 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 da. I ain't know Rob was your cousin. I'm like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's my first cousin, et cetera, et cetera. He's like, okay, bet. I said, hey, bro, I didn't know you did Cuban links. Congrats. So now he's like, appreciate it. And I was like, hey, bro, I'm trying to evolve my career. I want to produce music now. He's like, okay, bet. We exchanged numbers. and his address, and we went to his house and all the other stuff. It was like 2019 going on 2020. That whole span, I was just in the studio with him all day, every day almost. Rob was like, hey, cuz, you wanna come on the road with us? I'm like, hey, cuz, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm trying to get in the studio with Trey. I'm trying to learn more, trying to build my craft, work on my craft. And I was like, yeah, I go, but it can't be long. He's like, bring him with you. I'm like, all right, hold on. I'm like, hey, Trey, you want to go on the road with us? Like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'll be there in a sec. So I picked him up. Then from that whole trip, we just cooking up. Then we played Moving On. The instrumental though. So we playing it. Then he was in the back room. Then he came up to the like lounge room. He's like, dang, cuz, what that is? Just me and Trey. But he's like, man, you ain't produced. I'm like, yes, we did. We literally made this, bro. He's like, hey, send that to me. Then he went in the back room. He recorded it off my phone. He was like, I had to hit my knees and thank God for the blessings I've been having. I'm like, okay. And we was on the way to California at the time. So we was in the middle of Vegas and played that beat over the Bluetooth speaker. Then the rest is history.
You DJ at the club, and as you know, you DJ on the road. What can you say are the differences?
It's just the atmosphere, really, because it's like at a club, you gotta walk through everybody. Your booth is so crowded, and I can say like the atmosphere of both is like totally different. Because the club, you gotta play mostly the up tempo beat, like arenas and venues, and then slower and higher. But it's like I said, just the atmosphere.
Let's say you're on the road. Let's say you're about to perform, right? What do you usually start with when preparing for a set?
What I do is I get the first song down. I put them in both of my decks. So either play I hit is going to play that one song. So that's how I start my thing up. Then I check my mic, check. Then when they give me the cue, hit play, then it comes on. You see the flashing lights, it come out. Check. And y'all give it up for Rod Wave and get your cameras ready, so and so. That's how I get started. And I make sure all the sound good. If it don't sound good, wherever the sound man, fix this right quick. Turn his mic up and all the other good stuff.
Now every tour DJ, every person in the industry is different. You know, everybody has their own style, everybody has their own way of doing things. But for you, what separates you from the rest of the pack?
Really nothing. Like, nothing different. It's all the same. Like, it's really not a difference, honestly.
Now, I know that when you go on tour, you know, you set up, and you mentioned about how you usually prepare, how you usually start a set. Before Rodway goes on, talk about a particular record that you might play. And in playing a particular record, is there a certain criteria?
It's just based on the crowd. Like if it's a younger crowd, you got to probably go towards like Kodak or NBA YoungBoy, them younger rappers. But if it's an older crowd, you got to go a little up in the ranks. So I can say my go-to song has to be to get the crowd moving. I can say Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares, because no matter where you go, you can't go wrong with that song. Because as soon as after the transition that I don't say a word, and you see this building up in that like intensity, then when that bass drop, boom, yeah, you got it. They already hyped. So you can just play that one song and they'll still feel that energy from that song after he come out.
Giving the crowd what they want and playing a certain song, you know, is very, very key in doing a concert and doing a performance, right? You know, the relationship with the audience is crucial. How do you see the balance of giving the crowd what they want, but then also treating them as something different?
Giving them what they want, because it's kind of hard sometimes, because it's like when you're on a set, you got to give, like basically you got to give them what kind of music they want, because I can't just go off my head, oh, this is what I like, so let me play this, or nah, let me play it. You got to feed off their energy. 20 through 25, I can't go in there playing no Tupac, no Biggie, because they're not going to know that. So what you have to do is like, you have to go with their generation of music, and you got to go with the hype records. You got to give them that type of feeling. Now, if you don't, you're going to get a mix Then they're gonna be like this, then they're gonna be like, rah, wait. So it's just like you gotta balance that. You gotta know your crowd. That's like everybody asks me, like, what's hard about it? Bro, you gotta know the crowd. That's basically what's hard about it.
Well, as a DJ, how do you guys stay up with the latest music trends?
You just gotta keep listening to music. Like you gotta pay attention to them charts. Then it's like me, all day I listen to music. Like when I'm at home, every single day I'm on YouTube looking at my personal favorites from the past. And now sometimes I go on like the top 25 or the top rap, top pop, top R&B songs. So it's just like you gotta stay in tune with that. And you gotta like literally listen to music. Then when it comes out, if it's a hit, you see it being played live, then you got to react to it. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna play that live now. Or I'm gonna go with this song, or I'm gonna go with that. Oh, this song finna blow. So I know people gonna know this.
Recently, earlier, we were talking about you were on tour recently with Rod Wave. What's been some of the memorable experiences?
Like I said, just seeing the crowd reaction. I remember we had one show, they almost cut us off because we were so packed. It made the news and all. We're like, wow, bro. I'm like, wow, bro. They love you, bro. LA, we was in California. Because prior to California, I had hurt my ankle playing basketball. I had Jordan 1s. My uncle was trying to play me. I tried to like do like this and move to the side, and I ended up tweaking my ankle again. Then I had stood up. I thought I sprained it. So I'm like, oh, nah, I just rolled it. So I had to hot water my arm, my shoulder, et cetera, et cetera. Then we got out one day. We got out. My uncle woke me up. He's like, hey, come see what car you want. So I got up, looking at a lot of foreign exotic cars. I'm like, oh, wow. They got them one. I'm like, hey, how much I want for this? Then I got it done. Well, I had got a Lamborghini. Okay, let's do it. I'm like, man, look, we about done with tour. Man, let's have us fun. We have fun, though. We all rented some exotic cars, riding them around, and just enjoying life, basically. So I can say that's my most favorite moment of the tour.
What, around in a Lamborghini, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite Rod Wave record? Now, I know that there's a lot of songs that you pick and choose from. Which got to be your favorite?
Shoot, dang, it's a lot. Like you said, it's a lot.
Hard on Ice?
I ain't gonna lie. I like that song, but it's played too much. But if I had to choose, I'm gonna have to go with I go off the new one. I can say What's Love. Cause I remember he sent me that song. He's like, hey, cuz, bro, check this song, guy. Da 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 da. I'm gonna name it What's Love to a Broken Heart. Interlude. I'm like, oh, interlude, okay. He played it to me. I'm like, cuz, bro, that's a banger, bro. So I can say that's like my favorite song right now.
So presently, knowing that you just got off of the tour, what's present for you right now?
I'm just working. I haven't sat down yet because I got a goal. I'm in the studio like every week. I'm just trying to get better and better and better. Just trying to collab with other producers so I can make something happen, because it's like the tour opened my eyes. Like I didn't know I had real fans. I didn't know I had like physical fans, because I used to go in the crowd. People used to say my name. I'm like, whoa, this is wild. And they're like, let me get a picture, bro. Da 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 da. Yeah, I can put you on my Instagram. Yeah, for sure. So I'm trying to put a project together, but it just take a lot of planning in them. I don't want to rush nothing, because good music, you can't rush good music. Everything just been trying to put that grind in, because I'm known as the DJ as it is, but I want to be known as producer. I want to get my foot deeper in producing. I know it's going to be hard. It's next level. It ain't like DJing. You just pressing the simple buttons, press pause and play. It's a lot of work, but I'm willing to take that as a next level. Music is like a promotion. Like it's like a job promotion. It's like you start from a DJ, then you touch a producer, then a record exec, then an A&R. The list goes on. So I'm just trying to move up the range, continue building my career. I see music production in my future, because like I said, I know a lot of music, and people know I know a lot of music. So I rather use that talent towards my producing. So that's what I've been doing lately.
Do you have any future plans or future projects that we should be looking out for?
Just gonna keep making records, trying to work outside of Rod, I want to work with like other artists. So I'm just gonna like keep building my name up, keep producing them bangers. I can say right now, I'm working on my own project. It'll be like way down the road, but I'm just want to put it piece to piece together, and I want to make it sound like an album, not just anything put together. Oh, here I go. Nah, because at the end of the day, I want to be one thing and it's the greatest. So I'm just gonna keep working and keep grinding till where I want to be. So that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Such a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. The official tour DJ, official DJ for Rod Wave. Just want to say I appreciate your time. Wish you all the best. And hopefully we can see each other in Hawaii, man. Y'all got to come to Hawaii.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be glad to come out there. I never been to Hawaii before. So most definitely. I'll let her go out there though.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
Yes, sir.